Defending the BJP manifesto, Piyush Goyal, National Treasurer and Member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha, Sanjay Jha of the Congress Party taking him on, Derek O'Brien on whether he's impressed with what the BJP is promising for centre-state relations, very radical, and Naresh Gujral, of course, on whether he agrees. Now, I know what Piyush Goyal is going to say. Piyush Goyal is going to say, we talk so much about development, but you start about the divisive issues. But I'm surprised, and I must ask this question to Naresh Gujral right at the start, because I like to ask the straight question. Here is a party that seems to be abridging the hard Hindutva component of the manifesto. And Piyush, please, I'll come back to the economy development issues. But while they do that, they add one line, that India shall remain a natural home for persecuted Hindus. And they shall be welcome to seek refuge here, not persecuted Sikhs, not persecuted Parsis, not persecuted Muslims, not persecuted Jains, not persecuted Christians, but only persecuted Hindus. Why? Naresh Gujral is a BJP ally from Punjab. You agree with that? You agree with the wording of that?
Look, every political party has a right.
But you agree with that? I know they have a right.
Its own case. Let me finish. Now, when it comes to the NDA, this is not the NDA manifesto.
Okay.
This is the BJP manifesto.
Okay, point taken.
And the NDA, like the last time...
So you don't agree with it, in other words. Derek O'Brien is smiling. Derek, why is smiling?
I am saying basically...
I'm smiling. I'll tell you what. No, I'm smiling.
NDA will meet and we will have a common minimum program.
No, but why is Derek O'Brien smiling?
All these issues would then be debated and then decided.
Because half your question, which you might have asked me, has already been answered by Naresh Gujral.
Which is?
The two so-called big manifestos, I'll tell you, this BJP manifesto, and earlier they released the Congress manifesto. Both, these are only a theoretical discussion, or no, for two reasons.
Theoretical?
One reason is that there will be no Congress government. Yes, I'll tell you why it's theoretical. It's theoretical till 16th of May, you can discuss it. Because the BJP manifesto will not be implemented, neither will the Congress manifesto be implemented. So it doesn't matter when the BJP releases it.
Come on now, you don't trivialize it, Derek O'Brien, at the start of the debate. You don't trivialize it. Don't trivialize
I'm not trivializing, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm very serious.
We are here to discuss
I'll tell you what
the BJP manifesto. And I asked a question on that entire issue, which by the way, Piyush Goyal is quiet on. Do you notice? Piyush Goyal is quiet on it. He started looking at which part of the manifesto.
I'm not disruptive like some of your other panelists.
Let me make one point.
My turn.
I have not... You asked me to answer a question. You said, why am I smiling? Because I said both the BJP and the Congress manifesto are theoretical. They will not be implemented after the 16th of May because the BJP will not get 273 seats, nowhere close to it, nor will the Congress. So what are we discussing?
No, but it's a very critical issue. We are a secular nation. We are a secular nation. And the BJP manifesto says we are a natural home for persecuted Hindus. Only Hindus.
What secular nation are you talking about? Or no, where the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP has blood on his hands? What are you talking about BJP being secular? What are you talking? The prime ministerial candidate, Mr. Narendra Modi, has blood on his hands.
Piyush Goyal is responding. One second, Piyush Goyal. One second. Let's stay with the manifesto.
The Congress.
We stay with the manifesto. Piyush Goyal is responding.
Supreme Court of India. I think Derek and other colleagues of his can live in a cuckoo's world. The nation has made up its mind. They are looking for an honest leader, a development-oriented leader, and a leader whose track record is of delivery. That is the leader that Narendra Modi is. This manifesto reflects the BJP's confidence that should it come into power in the next 1 month, which the people have already in many opinion polls reflected that it will, you will see a government that is honest.
I see you dodge the question.
Implements its policies, and that ultimately reaches development to the poor man on the street. It reaches development to all four corners of India.
Develop, but I saw you're dodging it.
That the people are waiting for so many years.
I see. I'm going to go on every issue today, by the way, every issue. And I have said before, that I find that the BJP manifesto on issues, several issues, is very comprehensive, far more comprehensive than the Congress manifesto, which, by the way, Sanjay Jha says this has been lifted from the Congress manifesto. We'll debate that as well. But I found today Naresh Gujral ducking and Piyush Goyal avoiding the question on why a secular
Not at all.
country
I'm not
becomes a
ducking.
natural
I'm
home
being
for
very clear.
people of one religion,
Arnab,
persecuted people from one religion.
You
I
have
thought
to
we
see
were a
the
secular country
context.
that does not differentiate on the
Arnab, you have
basis of
to see the
religion.
context.
How does we are not a theocratic state.
Arnab, you have to see the context.
What is the context?
You have to see the context.
So
in
tell
which
me the
it has been
context, then
written.
we'll get the Congress to respond.
The context is that the Hindus in Pakistan and Bangladesh, the two neighboring states, have been persecuted, have suffered deeply at the hands of our neighbors. The present Congress government has completely failed.
You have show
in
me
its,
one place.
International
Okay,
relations,
1 minute.
in
Show
its
me one place.
diplomacy,
Sanjay Jha raises
and
his hand.
therefore that sentence is in the context
You are
protecting the interests
you are
of the
telling
people
me.
of Indian origin, the Hindus who are
no.
suffering in both these neighboring states.
You are telling me the
at the hands
context
of their government.
You are telling me the context here. I can tell you, did you expect equal concern over violence directed at the Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar, where they are a religious minority also in the northeast? You did not. So the question is, why is preferential treatment given to people from one religion? You see, principally, is this in line with the Constitution of India? Is this in line with the Constitution of India?
The Hindus who are suffering, the Constitution of India
doesn't matter.
Does not talk about the people of Indian origin living abroad.
The Constitution of India says
the issue. The fact is that Indians living abroad, because they are Hindus, are being persecuted.
Piyush Goyal.
That is the segment of society that we have tried to address.
That's your argument. You have a right to have it. And Sanjay Jha raises his hands in objection. Yes, Sanjay Jha.
Arnab, you should have asked Mr. Gujral. It's not just about the Hindus persecuted from abroad coming into India. What about the Sikh farmers who have been harassed and driven out of Gujarat back into Punjab? That's an issue that Mr. Gujral should answer, because his prime ministerial candidate so far is at least the chief minister of the state. But to answer your question, this is nothing but a cut, copy and paste job.
Oh, come on. Now, are we going to go into that?
I will repeat it again.
Are we going to go into that cut and paste copycat argument?
It's a copycat manifesto. No, I will tell you.
I'll
give you an example.
Did you copy the part about 100 cities from Narendra Modi's model of governance?
No other argument.
Whether it's manufacturing. No,
when they have no argument on substance,
let me answer.
the best
Let me
Congress
answer.
can
Down
come
to
up with,
down to the panchayat, down to the panchayat, having. Arnab, is this an open debate? Is this an open debate?
Yes, it is an open debate. But I have something to say.
Interrupt me, I can promise.
No, it is an open debate, but I have something to ask for all of you.
I can do a very good job.
Let's do an open debate by consensus.
No,
one sec. One minute. Sanjay, I want to put something. I want to put something to all of you. Sanjay, 1 minute. Sanjay, 1 minute. Just 30 seconds.
Barring Ram Mandir, barring Article 370, barring uniform civil code, there is nothing. There's not a single original big idea in the BJP manifesto. It is nothing but a piece of sham. It is an attempt to try and hijack the Congress manifesto and give it a development spin, when the truth is it is nothing but a Hindutva agenda. And by the way, Mr. Modi putting it on the 41st page doesn't make a difference. You heard the comment of Mr. Amit Shah when he said revenge. You are aware of the tickets been given to Muzaffarnagar.
Are we talking about Amit Shah? We discussed Amit Shah last night.
And you have heard.
We discussed Amit Shah last night. We're discussing the BJP manifesto.
The BJP spokesperson who said this is the mood of the nation. No, I'm saying that the Hindutva agenda of the BJP has not changed because of the manifesto.
Independent India has
one second. Okay, can I put one thing which I rarely do? I never do it, but I'm going to say. No, 1 minute. Sanjay, 1 minute, please. Sanjay. Okay, you know what? A lot of people are watching News Hour tonight and they have expectations. So I am going to do something I never do. I never allow my panelists to determine. I have never done it. Last 8 years, I've never allowed the panelists to determine the flow of the debate. I'm making that option today. So 3 issues have come up right now. Derek O'Brien is thinking, what's happening? I never even did that on my quiz show. The question is this, please. 1 minute. There are 3 arguments. One is the copycat argument. One is the copycat argument. Okay. The second is this Hindutva argument, back to hardcore Hindutva. But there is also the more critical issues of what is in the BJP manifesto. Now, gentlemen, you tell me. My view is we can start by discussing the copycat argument and the Hindutva argument. I'd say, can we spend a few minutes? Okay, third one. Okay, so Derek O'Brien picks up number 3. Number 3. We all go with Derek O'Brien's argument, then we discuss the BJP manifesto.
Hear me out.
No, you agree?
No.
You want to...
I will tell you. See, the BJP, yes, I'll tell you, you call it copycat, you call it BJP Congress. This is, someone said on the panel, it's the perfect, Mr. BJP spokesperson said it's the perfect document. The Congress spokesperson said imitation is the best plumber flattery. I will say this is hypocrisy on both sides. Let me give you one example. I can give you 20 examples. Let me give you one. Where the words do not matter, the action matters. Both those parties, including our party, all want the women's reservation bill. All have mentioned it in their respective manifestos. 33% reservation for women. Now, you look at the Trinamool Congress's manifesto. We also say 33%. 27% of our Lok Sabha candidates are...
Please, this is not an advertisement for the Trinamool Congress.
Party, big talk.
There you go again.
Big
you know?
talk.
You make this about the Trinamool Congress. Everything is not about the Trinamool Congress.
Listen to the big talk.
No, please, I know you're an important party,
it's
but
about
please.
BJP and Congress. BJP and Congress. Arey, listen to me, Arnav, please. Let me give you the numbers. Lok Sabha seats for women, BJP, the number is 15%.
Am I discussing that?
Sorry, Congress.
But are we discussing that?
To do a commercial.
BJP,
are we discussing
BJP,
that?
the number
Okay, now I take away. No, I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Yes,
I made a mistake. No, Derek O'Brien, I'm not going to let you run away with the subject that you want to debate.
Arnav, I have to make a bigger point. Arnav, I'm staying with the subject.
30 seconds.
What you write
30
in your
seconds to complete your bigger point.
BJP, yes, 20 seconds. BJP seats given to women 8%. Congress seats given to women 15%. They promise in the manifesto women's reservation bill 33%. So there's a lot of bunkum. You do, show us by doing, not writing it only in your manifesto.
Okay, 1 minute now, Derek.
10 more examples.
Now, Derek,
of that,
1 second, please.
Be it on...
1 minute, please. Now, 1 minute, please. I'm now snatching back the right.
Everybody
I made a mistake.
To do what the law
I have made a terrible mistake by allowing the panelists to determine what they want to debate. And there, Derek O'Brien said it's a great opportunity to run away and make this a Trinamool Congress show. 1 minute, Derek, just stop. The big issue I pick up now from the BJP manifesto, Piyush Goyal. Just a minute. The BJP manifesto raises the issue of center-state relations, tries to put a wonderful sop for people like Mamta Banerjee, Jayalalitha, Mayawati, saying, you know what, it's not, it almost sounds like Kejriwal saying, I don't want to be chief minister, hum chief minister nahi banenge, sab log chief minister banenge. उसी तरह से बीजेपी क्या कहती है, कहते हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बनेगा, टीम इंडिया एक तरह से बनेगी. So we'll build a team India which will include chief ministers and other functionaries, equal partners. Nice little pipe dream, but will Derek O'Brien, are you impressed? Will it impress you, Jayalalitha, Mayawati?
Listen to me. Listen. We made our stance very clear. We are absolutely sure the so-called federation of the power of the federation, it will be the federal front which will be determining the manifesto after 16th of May.
Again, you're making it about the
Trinamool Congress. Team India.
Piyush Goyal. What was this?
I talk about cricket.
Okay, now
I think we need to bring the topic down to the
cricket
manifesto.
Is no more bomb.
No, 1 second. We are bringing the topic down to the manifesto, and the first question I ask out there, goes to Sanjay Jha also, and Piyush Goyal coming to you. Sanjay Jha, you know what the fact is? What is the Congress?
I never got a chance to answer.
Okay, Piyush Goyal. What's the idea on center-state relations?
Look, you have always been trying to criticize Modi for not being democratic enough, and I always told you, he's the most democratic leader. He's a leader who takes people along. This is a reflection of Mr. Modi's style. He does not believe in micromanaging personally. He believes he has to set the guiding principles and the policy framework and take people along as he works. You will see in this manifesto, just like you define a manifesto as a declaration of policy and aims issued by a party, this manifesto today has brought to fore what are the imminent challenges before the nation.
No, center-state relations, what's the idea?
The price rise issue, the corruption issue, the unemployment issue. Then we've set the framework, the perspective of getting the framework right, how we will operate the government, what we will do with judicial reform, police reform and administrative reform.
Center-state relations.
Then we talked about widening the platform.
Center-state
and
relations.
finally talked about the future.
You're giving
what
him a
is
chance.
it that the last man on the street,
You're giving him a chance
what
to
is
do a
required
free
for the
ad.
poor man?
Center-state relations.
Our focus is the poor man. Antyodaya.
You know,
you're not answering the question now, Piyush Goyal.
He's giving an election speech.
Piyush Goyal, I protest. I protest, Mr.
He's not answering
Goyal. I
the question,
protest,
he's
Mr.
dodging
Goyal.
This manifesto
I protest, Mr.
addresses-
Goyal. Mr. Goyal, I protest.
Manifesto
Mr. Goyal.
addresses the poor man's concern.
You can write a
And I
poem
think
from
Mr. Goyal,
Saturday and leisure. Please
for a
don't
new
waste the time
government
of
to
news.
take
No,
charge.
Mr. Goyal, my question was on center-state relations. And why are you getting nervous, Sanjay? Because you know what? No, one second. Sanjay,
that's
just.
the framework.
No.
That is the framework.
Why are you
we have
allowing
set.
him to
That having
launch
been
a
chief
TV
minister
campaign
for
here?
12 years,
This is not a
and
TV
the only
commercial.
candidate with
Every
experience
time you
of
give him
running
a chance,
state,
he sings a long,
having run
kind
the
of
state for 12
generous
years
praise for
in
Mr.
an
Modi. Get
efficient
on with the
manner.
job. What's in your
He is the
manifesto?
person who knows
Piyush,
the
what is
agony of the
original in your
state
manifesto
chief
which is
minister,
not in the Congress
and he will carry
manifesto?
them along
And
to
by
run
the
a
way,
good
who
government.
copies whom? The one who comes second copies the one who came first. Let us establish the logical rules. If you followed us,
Mr.
you copied
Modi
us. As simple and
and other
straightforward.
BJP
I think the whole
leaders-
country saw that. Give me one original idea. Other than
I am
Ram
telling
Mandir,
you-
which you had in 1990s.
I am telling you
Uniform
here-
Civil Code you had in the
I am-
1990s.
No, one second, Sanjay.
1 minute, Article 370 in
Sanjay, is
1990s.
this not
What
an
is the
original
one
idea?
big Original idea.
No, what,
This is
Sanjay, 1
nothing
minute.
that I saw.
Sanjay, 1 second.
Thank
Sanjay,
you, we are very flattered you copied us.
hold yourself
But
back,
please don't lie
Sanjay.
to the nation
Hold
as your
yourself
own,
back, Sanjay. Let
big
me
copyright.
please. Hold yourself back a minute, please. Look at this. Look at it from the prism of somebody in the States.
Sure.
Somebody in the States is going to say, I have two options to link up with two parties. One party, let's assume all things given equal, Congress and BJP get the same number of seats. Incredible, won't happen. We all know that. Hypotheses, however, are very interesting in political analysis. And then the person in the States, now see, the people start smiling again. I don't know what you're smiling at. I say it's a hypothesis. 1 second. Now, here's a question here today, right?
Well, usually hypothesis has some base. I
Fine.
don't know what base you get this hypothesis
Fine,
from.
it's a hypothesis in the clouds. Let me make the hypothesis nevertheless.
Piyush,
Okay, now...
you have repeatedly won the opinion polls in general
Well, it's nice
elections.
to
We have
dream once
repeatedly
upon a
won the
time,
elections.
brother.
let me know.
Take a deep breath. Relax.
Sanjay, can I
There is
between...
no more opinion polls between now and May 16th. So
All right.
relax, Piyush. Take it
One
easy.
sec. Sanjay, Jha, you never know, there may
Well,
be...
the people
One
of
second.
India have won the election.
The question
and
is
the
this.
people of India
The
are
question is
answering your
this.
performance.
The question, listen to me, gentlemen. The question is this. Someone in the state says, BJP is far more friendly to me. Because what does the Congress say? The Congress say, take more burden. Fund we make the flagship programs at the center, you fund them on your own. So Mamata Banerjee, for example, already burdened wants actually a number of SOPs from the center. On the other hand, you tell her fund the programs. We imagine the programs, we fund it to you. On the other hand, the BJP manifesto talks about far greater consultation and power to the states. You are not conciliatory to states. The BJP is conciliatory to states. The BJP is practical and you are not. Now, whether or not you can argue the BJP will not do this after they come to power. But the fact is they've laid it out. You haven't. They laid it out, Sanjay, you didn't.
Arnav,
So sour
I'll
grapes
give you
for you.
one example of how the Congress-led UPA actually has created more decentralization and devolution of power to the states than the BJP.
Naresh
ever
Gujral will
can.
respond
I'll
to
give
this
you an example. On the FDI in multi-brand retail, we actually said the states will have the freedom to determine whether they want FDI.
Because you
in the
lacked
state
a
or not.
political consensus,
Same in
be honest.
NCPC, imagine a critical law.
Come on, Mamata Banerjee walked out. What are you saying?
National Counter-Terrorism Center
My God.
was hijacked.
Oh my God.
What are you
Was
saying,
hijacked
Sanjay
by-
Jha?
One second, but hijacked
One
by
second.
the
You
opposition
saying?
parties.
I thought Naresh Gujral
1
will
minute.
respond
On
before
the
Delhi
goods
O'Brien
and
comes in.
services tax. 1 minute. GST was not allowed to be passed.
Don't
by
tell
the-
me about
by Mr.
GST.
Modi's own Gujarat government.
Okay, counters coming.
Let me tell you, end of day, the truth is,
Two counters.
is the BJP
Two counters
saying that they
coming.
will allow the states to determine
Naresh
foreign
Gujral,
policy?
1 second.
What does the devolution
No, 1
mean?
second. Just because
We have
Naresh Gujral is
practiced it.
two
We have
counters. No,
practiced
three
devolution and
counters. 1 second.
decentralization of
1
power.
second. Can we go
And
one
as
in
the
order?
BJP,
Can I
why
just...
are they scared of FDI and multi-brand retail?
Can I go first with permission to the... I see, I'm being so democratic today. I'm taking your permission. I'm saying, can I go with your permission, Piyush Goyal and Derek O'Brien, to the most restrained member of this panel?
Today you are
Who-
behaving like a congressman, Arnav. Arnav, for a change, you are behaving like a congressman
Dream
by being
on,
democratic.
dream on, dream on. Is all I'll say
Arnab
to
is
you.
not a dishonest person. Please do not insult Arnab
Please
Goswami.
let me tell you,
He's not available for sale like your Congress government.
I have no
Piyush,
interest. The interest is
why
that of
doesn't
news.
the BJP
and
have
I'm
a sense of humor?
Okay,
Please
fine.
laugh once in a while. Don't look so grumpy, man.
Okay, 1 second. Nobody's looking grumpy. Okay, 1 second. Now, you trust Sanjay Jha when he says that? Sanjay Jha says we have done more for states, or what the BJP Modi has promised on center-state relations, a lot of bunkum. He hasn't used the words, but essentially that's what he said. Naresh Gujral's turn to respond. I saw two other hands go there. Naresh Gujral.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
The economy
In
debate,
fact,
Sanjay
economics
Jha.
is what I'm looking
Because
for.
I want to debate unemployment. I want to
Arnab,
debate
they are
price
running away
rise.
from the country.
I want to
I'm
debate
sitting
inflation.
at
You are running away from it.
policy making. They have
I'm
run
your
away from
captive
decision
prisoner. Ask me
making.
whatever you like.
They have run away from managing the economy.
So I bring the debate on economy.
This government has been the worst government independent in India
Mr.
ever
Goyal,
saw.
Mr.
The
Goyal,
highest level of corruption, the highest level of
that gives you close to
the
7.5%
performing
GDP
government that
for 10
India ever
years
saw.
is the highest
The
of
people will
any
throw out this
government in 10 years.
give it
Mr. Goyal, how
marching
can you
orders.
lie to the people of India?
And I think it's time
Mr. Goyal, you can't
that
lie to the
people
people
look for
of
a
News
government that does
the
not
Okay, 1
highest
minute.
growth rate ever registered
Gentlemen,
by any government
and this
post
government
1947
has only
has
given
been the
rights
Congress-led
and acts.
UPA. You
What
cannot
Modi
lie about
promised
it.
is
Gentlemen,
we have
action.
lifted
What
140
Modi
million
promised
Gentlemen,
is
people
honesty.
out
Gentlemen,
of
1 minute.
poverty.
1 minute.
It's a reality.
Who's
You can't
speaking the
challenge
truth
that.
and who's lying?
No, Arnab.
No, 1
I
second.
cannot allow Piyush Goyal to get away with some empty
Yeah,
rhetoric
but 1 second.
on this channel because I have facts to substantiate
1 minute.
them.
Now, Sanjay, we all have facts. By the way,
This
I
is
like
the
facts.
best
Well, we would like
I
to
love
learn
facts.
some
in
facts.
India's
I love
And
facts.
economic
history.
growth
Piyush
got
Goyal, just a
fallen
minute.
from
Sanjay Jha, both of you calm down for a minute, please.
No
Just calm down for a minute.
matter of
1 second, 1 second. I plead with you, I request
We
you,
have
calm
been
down.
the best
External debt
performing
got
government
gone up.
in
I'm saying calm
post-independent
down.
What's happening to
history.
current
I'm saying calm down. 1 minute.
What's happening to jobs?
1 second.
What's
Piyush.
happening to farmers'
Well, do you
suicide?
know the current account
What are you
deficit,
doing
Mr. Goyal?
about
Sanjay Jha, 1
setting
minute.
Do you know the
national
current account
mood, the
deficit
investors'
today?
mood right?
Now,
are you not
International
harassing
economists have
taxpayers?
called India as the only emerging market.
I have a
that has
flip.
got
I
the
have a
foreign
flip.
exchange
I have a
stable in the
flip.
shortest
Gentlemen,
period of time.
1 minute. I
Know
have
your
something
facts,
very
Piyush.
important to say. Will you ploth here? Let me please, and Piyush Goyal, just give me a minute. Please give me a minute. I have something very important to say. 1 second. We all say jobs are required. But you know what? Be consistent on facts, okay? In January, and Sanjay, listen to this. I'll play a tape now. It's very of great consequence. In January at the AICC, Rahul Gandhi says we created 14 crore jobs. Today at 4 o'clock, he says we created 15 crore jobs. No. I know. I'm playing the tape now. I'm playing the tape. Here's the tape. Here's the
Also
tape.
inflation
Here's the
effect.
flip. 1 second. Let's listen.
गरीबों की लड़ाई लड़े हम, इस बात को आप मानते हो? 14 करोड़ लोगों को हम गरीबी रेखा से निकाल कर लाए, खड़ा कर दिया हमने इनको, 14 करोड़ लोगों को। ये इतिहास में पहले कभी नहीं हुआ है। 10 साल में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने 15 करोड़ लोगों को गरीबी से निकाला। ऐतिहासिक काम है, छोटा काम नहीं है। पहली बार इतिहास में 15 करोड़ लोग गरीबी से निकले। कैसे निकले? मनरेगा, करोड़ों लोगों को हमने रोजगार दिया।
Okay. So that's the flip of the day. Now, who's right and who's wrong, Sanjay? And by the way, neither 14 crore nor 15 crore. The number is 13.84 crore. You
I
add
am right.
1.16
I am
crore
right.
figures.
1 minute, Arnab, you were
1 second.
saying. Now you were saying jobs.
Manrega.
He's not talking
Is
about
Manrega
jobs.
the-
Oh, he's
saying
not talking jobs. वो तो नौकरी की बात कर रहे थे. 1 second, Piyush Goyal.
Out of
Piyush.
poverty.
Piyush.
And contributing.
Oh, please.
Contributing
Oh,
to that
please.
amount
Oh,
of
please,
the road of
please,
Manrega.
please,
I think
please,
this is
please.
fundamental.
For God's sake,
Arnab,
please.
I don't
It's
think
not
this is,
enough.
I don't care for Piyush Goyal's comments.
No, but let
the
Piyush
world
speak.
is hailing India with pride for this remarkable achievement.
Okay, fine.
Of inclusive growth.
Okay.
8% GDP growth.
Now.
140 million out of poverty.
Now. In the
It's an
manifesto
extraordinary
today.
success story.
In the
of a
manifesto,
government.
Sanjay
And the
Jha, you
people of
can't
India
dominate the
are going to
entire time.
repose faith in the Congress
Sanjay Jha, just a minute, please. Piyush Goyal's turn to respond. Derek O'Brien's finger is going to fall off the way he's raising it there. 1 second. But the question goes to Piyush Goyal out here. Piyush Goyal, employment is one issue under which you say labor-intensive manufacturing, textile, footwear, infrastructure, self-employment, employment. You've packed everything possible in. From tourism, agriculture, retail, infrastructure, housing, self-employment, employment exchanges. Was the idea to pack everything in? or was the idea to be practical? One second, Derek O'Brien,
I'm
please.
sorry, Arnab.
And by the way, the Rahul
I'm sorry,
Gandhi...
Arnab, we have a track record.
One sec. Arnab.
No, let Piyush respond, Derek. Let him
no.
respond.
Give
No,
me
he
a
has a
chance,
minute to respond. Then he
Look at my track record. When I was in power as NDA under Mr. Vajpayee, I created 6 crore jobs. The BJP created 6 crore jobs along with its partners in NDA.
All of it
between
in
2000 and
agriculture.
2005. UPA
All of it
came
in agriculture. We have
only
created
27 crore
self-employed.
jobs in the next
We have
5 years.
increased casual wages.
This is NSSO
We have actually,
statistics.
one
This
minute,
is
the
Planning
latest survey is
Commission and
52
NSSO
million.
Statistics, not
52
mine.
million in
Jobless
2004
growth,
to 2012.
consumption-led growth
Let
was
him
the
complete,
Read the
Sanjay.
report,
Sanjay,
2004 to 12.
Sanjay,
UPA
he heard
government
you.
created 52 million jobs.
Sanjay, he heard you. He heard you.
NDA
Let him
believed
speak.
in creating productive employment,
Sure.
in housing, in construction, in manufacturing, in industrialization. Look at Gujarat. Gujarat has provided more than 50% of the jobs that emerge out of unemployment exchanges. In the last 10 years, if about 1.5 or 2 crore
Partner,
jobs were
I
created
can't
10
allow
or
him to
12
get away
years,
with that absolute
50% of them came
Rubbish.
out of Gujarat.
Rubbish.
Second, the lowest unemployment in the country is in
source.
Gujarat.
What is your
1%
source of
for the
information,
year
Piyush?
2012.
What's
All
your
my
source of
statistics
information, Piyush?
are
What's your source of
wrong
information?
government
I have
figures.
data that tells
My
me
track
manufacturing
record
has been
helps me to
stagnant.
demonstrate
Employment
when I
has
say
been
in the
0% in
manifesto
Gujarat over
that
10
I will
years.
encourage tourism
We're not
Or no.
discussing
to create
Gujarat.
new jobs. I
not
will
discussing
encourage
Gujarat.
low-cost manufacturing in India.
Derek O'Brien, Derek O'Brien, Derek O'Brien comes in. 1 second. 2 minutes to a break.
I will focus
yes.
on housing, creating houses for the poor. And I will create connectivity and infrastructure.
No, this is not
the
good.
4 pillars on which I
We have
believe
already done that.
India can create
Piyush,
jobs.
we have already done the
What's
right
it?
to
Derek
housing,
O'Brien's turn.
the
Derek.
right to health,
Yeah,
the right to
unemployment
social
is what you have
security,
left
the
Derek
right to
O'Brien.
pension, the right to entrepreneurship, the right to
We don't
dignity
want rights,
has all been done
we
by the
want
Congress
empowered
party.
India.
You are a
We
copycat
want
party
jobs, not
from A to Z.
entitlements.
From A to Z, a copycat party. Thank you
Derek
very much.
O'Brien,
We are
please,
very
let's not
flattered.
get personal,
Well, your
please.
Indian
Derek
those
O'Brien.
are not going to sell.
Stop.
The people
Listen,
know the
Arnab,
reality.
Arnab, all this, Arnab, this is childish. One calling copycat, the other giving a sermon on Gujarat. You call me for another debate, I'll debate with Piyush Goyal, Bengal versus Gujarat. Call me next week, we'll debate that. But on this manifesto and the big talk, growth. Growth is no good. It has to be, it is jobless growth they've created. We want job-oriented growth, and let me give you one number. This is not a Trinamool number. MSME. MSME is where lots of jobs are. Please look at the Government of India numbers. Bank loans to MSMEs. Please look at all the states. Last year to this year, 105% one state has grown. Some of the other states have grown by 50%. Bengal, 170% increase in bank loans. Karnataka, 50%.
Then why do you say a
Gujarat
cash
is in the
trap?
20s. So it has to be job-oriented growth.
Okay, 1 sec.
I will tell you that that's another story.
All
Call me
right.
Again, I'll give you
All
that
right.
story.
Meghnad Desai joins the debate. Piyush
I'll
Goyal
give you
and
that
Sanjay
story.
Jha. Piyush Goyal and Sanjay Jha have to go. This has been a really hotly contested debate. Let me only say this. I'm very happy that finally we have discussed manifesto versus manifesto. Naresh Gujral, stay on. Meghnad Desai, welcome. Derek O'Brien, don't go. The Congress and the BJP guests have given us time till 9:40. I thank them for joining me, and I'm back in 90 seconds. Back in just 90 seconds.